All right, guys, welcome to another live stream. Happy Monday. All right, so we're going to do a Q&A so you can come in, ask any financial related question or any question you like, and I'll try my best to answer it. But yeah, before we get into the chess, let me just highlight some stuff with the market. It looks like if we're talking about crypto, it's still looking pretty strong. It looks like the market took a little setback today. We were at 120, 121 over the weekend. And usually when we get that pump up during like the weekend, we get like a minor sell off beginning Monday, but I think we're going to pick back up tomorrow, especially if we get good CPI data, right? Now that's scheduled to release tomorrow, and hopefully it's in favor of a rate cut happening in September. That's what everybody's looking out for, so pay attention to that. And yeah, so if we review the markets, it looks like the Spider S&P 500 ETF is slightly down. Apple is slightly down. BTC is slightly down today. Again, 119, still pretty good. So market overview says futures are modestly higher for the Dow Jones and S&P, signaling cautious optimism ahead of crucial inflation data. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq is under pressure due to chip makers Nvidia, AMD facing fallout from new U.S.-China export rules. Yeah, I don't know too much about that, but I knew there was something where I think a percentage of their revenue that comes from China is going to go to the U.S. government. I got to read more up on that, but I heard about that this weekend, and I'm not sure what that deal is about. But yeah, so last week the S&P 500 rose 2.4%, although the equal-weighted index only climbed 0.6%, suggesting narrower leadership. At the same time, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum rally, crossing key thresholds around 120,000 and 4,000. Yeah. I mean, over the weekend, BTC shot up past 120 really quickly, 121, 122. So it looks like we're going to make that next leg up. A lot of people are predicting like 130, 148, 145. I know that was a big jump, but yeah, that 130, 140 area is expected to be the next leg up. And again, Ethereum has crossed 4,000, which was good. I believe that happened this weekend as well, or it was Friday, and then this weekend it just continued going up, and we're like at 4,300. So, yeah, okay, so market momentum has paused near record highs as investors await this week's inflation CPI data. So, essentially, we want to see inflation tapering off and cooling off. That way, it can justify a rate cut in September. So that's going to be very key tomorrow. I think it comes out around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. So pay attention to that. It's always good to pay attention to that and see how markets react, right? A lot of people don't keep up with the news. They don't keep up with economic data. And, they just see the chart go up and down. But there's reasons why, and you need to pay attention. Right. Okay. So top financial headline news: Nvidia and AMD will pay the U.S. Okay. So talk more about this. Nvidia and AMD will pay the U.S. government 15% of their China-related chip revenue under an agreement announced by President Trump. Now, I wonder how this benefits them, the company, if they're going to give 15% to the U.S. government just because, right? And I wonder if that's just the cost of doing business, of being a company within the U.S. They just need to pay. I also saw that the administration called for the resignation of the new Intel CEO because it looks like he has a lot of conflicts with Chinese companies. And remember, Intel had a good CEO that was working there for about, I think it was like 15 plus years. The CEO that was there before, I think he was coding for the company, or he was working within the company before he became CEO. He got let go. The price of Intel suffered, but then they just got the new CEO. His name is slipping me, but I believe he's Chinese, and it came out that he had all these conflicts of interest when it came to the companies he owned in China and how they, I guess they needed chips, and the fact that he was the CEO of, he is the CEO of Intel. It's just a conflict of interest, apparently. And hopefully this is not, so what I was trying to do is do it off the Wi-Fi today. And hopefully that works. All right. Okay. I think we're back here. Hopefully it's not a lag. Yeah, hopefully it's not a lag here. Let me check my volume real quick. Give me a second. Let me check my volume. I might have to get the, let's see how this. Okay, I think we're back here. Hopefully it's not a lag. Yeah, hopefully it's not a lag here. Let me check my volume real quick. Give me a second. Let me check my volume. All right, I think my volume's good. It looks like the video's looking pretty good. Hopefully it doesn't lag. But yeah, so that was kind of the conflict with the NVIDIA CEO. I mean NVIDIA Intel CEO. Hopefully, I might have to go get the. I might have to go get the. Oh, it looks like it's good now. All right, I think we're good. Okay, so yeah, so they're gonna give 15%. I'm not sure how that benefits them. Maybe, they get some type of deal on the back end from the US. Not sure. But just to give 15%. But again, it's just 15% of China's chips. So it's not of everything. Full week of data lies ahead. So we have CPI Tuesday, PPI 2 days later, retail sales, consumer sentiment, industrial production, and more. So again, we're pricing in the September rate cut. We went to the Fed watch tool and we saw that it's like close to 90% that we will get a rate cut in September. This week, after this data comes out, it's basically going to solidify that, right? Because we're already higher. So we're either going to see that Fed watch tool go a lot higher or a lot lower. I think the inflation data is going to favor a rate cut. So I think markets are going to explode in this week, specifically crypto, in this week and next week. All right. Ford stock dipped after unveiling a new electric vehicle platform likened to Model T. Okay. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, all eyes on the CPI data coming out tomorrow, and it should set the tone for the rate cut in September and also determine how much of a rate cut we will get in September, whether it's 25 basis points or 50 basis points. All right, so let's play some chess, and I'll play a few games here. I don't know if I'm going to trap it. Yep, got him. Perfect, trap that. I had a feeling like he was moving too quick with that queen, so I felt like I had him. So I was like, let me keep chasing this queen down. I know he'd make a mistake for sure. Was that a? Oh yeah. Okay. I had to reassess here. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Okay. Yeah, so this is what he's trying to do. Ah, free piece. Oh, he didn't see it. Ooh, that was almost got me there. Didn't see that. I got to move quicker here. I'm playing too slow. Darn it. Let's do this. No, I'm too slow right now. All right, let's do that. I played so bad. Yeah, I lost on time. I knew I was gonna lose on time. I just had to attack more. I was just wasting time. I don't know why I was going so slow. I should be good with this. Ah, darn it. And they took this too. Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad right there. And I gave up that piece too. All right. Let's resign. Let's try to do one more. Nope, I think he moved to a different game. All right, let's do one more. Let's be serious here. What was that? I know this dude's just trying to lose 'cause he's just playing the worst game ever. Yeah, I think he's just trying to lose. I don't know what was that. All right, that's pretty much it. We will see what happens with the CPI data that comes out tomorrow. We have a lot more economic data to come out for the rest of this week. And again, it should be telling for how the market's going to move. I think it's going to be really good for August. So we just got to wait and see these numbers so it can determine how much of a rate cut we're going to get in September. And, if that percentage is still going to be around 80%. But I think we're going to get one in September. All right, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys at the next one. Take care.